Hey y'all, and welcome to my CloudSpot Studio. I cannot wait to show you all the features that CloudSpot Studio now offers and why I made this switch over to using CloudSpot Studio for my CRM system. One of the main reasons is because I love having as little platforms to work with as possible. Having a ton of different platforms that I need to go to every day actually overwhelms me. So it's really nice the fact that I have the CRM system and my gallery host all in one, which means one platform to use and one monthly subscription cost, which is fantastic for me. So I want to show you a little bit about CloudSpot Studio and what they have to offer and what it looks like on the back end of things. A lot of my students have been asking me why I made the switch and what's different and if it's going to work for them, just because they're also tired of paying for another CRM system when they're already using CloudSpot for Gallery Host. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of behind the scenes of what this all looks like and what you can do. So this is my homepage for my CloudSpot Studio, and as you can see at the top, we have our quick action buttons where you can create a project, you can create a contract, an invoice, or a questionnaire. And then you have all your recent activity. This is where you can kind of see what's been going on in your CRM system recently. You can also click on each one of these and it'll take you right to that project or that invoice. So as you can see here, my first one is I received a credit card payment for a senior session that I did. And you'll see later when we do the invoices and everything, you can still create payment plans and everything for it. So that is really nice as well. Then we're going to go ahead and click on leads. This is where you are going to create a lead form for your website, and you can do one for mini sessions. You can do a main one if you have like multiple different areas where you do photography, like for example, boudoir, weddings, family. You can create a different lead form if you would like for each one of those. I personally like to keep it simple. If you know me at all, like I don't overcomplicate my business. So I just have a main one. And then down here, you're going to see all the current leads that you have as well as any archive leads. So if we wanted to create a new lead, I already have one here and I can show you definitely my lead form. But what we're going to do is create a lead form, and it's going to ask you from the beginning if you want to start with a template or just completely start from scratch. I'll show you what the template looks like. And so you can obviously decide which one you want. You can do a family portrait lead or wedding lead. We're going to do family portrait just because I'm a family photographer. And then when you get to this page, you can go ahead and change the title of your lead form. I honestly just have mine as main lead form because I only do either one for mini sessions or one for my main sessions, and that's it. And then what you want is, then next, what you can do is after they submit their lead form, what do you want to happen next? So you can either do a confirmation page and then you can edit this, which would be amazing, right? So they get a message sent saying, thank you for reaching out. We'll be in touch soon. You can edit this and change it to whatever message you want. Another thing is you can direct it to a URL. So if you have a page on your website that says, thank you so much for being in contact, I'll be in contact with you, or thanks so much for reaching out, I'll be in contact with you shortly. Or if you want to take them to your pricing page or a location page or a session guide, whatever you want them to go to, you can click that URL here. I think most people do confirmation page. I have a whole URL for people, but that's because I'm extra. You don't need to do all that. The next thing that they have in here is you can, again, create your own leads and you can ask whatever questions that you want. So this one, for this template, it says about you, and it's going to ask them for their name, email address, and then you can change this. You can say that you don't need their phone number and, click that off, or you can add it. And then you say done. And so this is what it's going to look like. What's your name? First name, email, telephone number. And then the next one is you can change this block type. You can do client info, project time, project location. You can do a short answer, a radio button, drop down, checkboxes, whatever you want. So for this one, again, since we're using a template, it's already kind of pre-done in here, but you can also delete it if you don't want to know this. It's going to ask what type of session you're looking for. And then they can kind of click whatever session they're looking for. And when they click done, you can do that. If you want to re-edit it, you can go edit and you can make it like required, like you have to do this in order to submit the form. And I have like a little red star by it. Project date, do you have a date in mind for your session? And this is going to look like this, where they can select a date in the calendar. And then you can do how did you hear about this? So this is all customizable. It's nice always starting with a template if you have no idea what you want for your lead form. I can definitely show you mine as well. Let's see here. All right, so I have about me, type of session you're looking for, date in mind, how'd you hear about us? So it's honestly really similar to the template. I just kind of probably edited it a little bit more. And if we wanted to share it, you obviously have a link that you can just share it to people. And then you have the embedded code where you can put on your website. So once we create that form and we want to embed it into our website, this is what it's going to look like on my website. And I am just going to fill in all of my information. And I'm just going to say family. I want to do it on that day. And I found out from a family friend. And then we're going to go ahead and submit it. So now we're going to move back over to CloudSpot, and you can see that this is now my form. This is my client that reached out to me who wanted me to take a session with them. So when I click on it, it's going to have all of the information here that they put in, and I can go ahead and convert this to a project right from here. So let's go ahead and say that like I've been in contact with this person and they're like, yes, this day works for me. This is what I have in mind. I think that you're right fit for me. This is the kind of session I want from you. Then we're going to go ahead and convert it to a project. You can also send an email from here. I can go ahead and say thanks for reaching out, and I can send a quick email to them. So if I wanted to say like, hey, this would be a lot more formal, but what kind of session you want? I can go ahead and send that email out to them, and I can also decide to send me a copy of it as well. And then let's go ahead and say I talked to them and then figured out what kind of session they want. Everything's good. I can go ahead and convert them to a project, and then they have the project form right here. So we're going to move down here to the templates, and here you're going to be able to customize every single part of your CRM system, okay? So again, here we have the lead forms, and you can create a new lead form, or you can use one of the CloudSpot Studio's templates. And then we have the response to the lead form. For example, like when they submit their lead form, what kind of email do you want sent to them? And you can customize that as well. And then we have the contracts. So if you have purchased a contract from LawTalk, LegalPage, wherever you've purchased your contract from, you can enter that contract in here. And then you can customize the email that comes along with that contract. So if you have purchased my family email templates, you can add in all of that right here. And it makes it so easy because you can just kind of put it right there and the template is right there and you can just click on which email you want to send and it sends it off. And then you have the invoices. I've only been doing senior sessions so far, so I don't have my other invoices in here yet. But again, you can just kind of create a custom invoice. You can name it. Let's go ahead and do a full session right now. Session family, full family session. And then you can add in the item name. So you're going to say 1 hour session, and then the rate of that, however much you want. And then the description, I always put like how many images they get, like all the little details that you have on your website. So for mine would be like 1 hour family, up to 1 hour, up to 1 hour family session. And then they get all the images. Actually, I think I say 30 plus images. 30 plus images in an online gallery. And then 1 location, 1 outfit choice. All right, perfect. And then you can add an item. So for example, if they're like, hey, I want an album on top of that, you can add that in here, but I don't do that on my templates just because those are very specific. And then you can add in a description here. I always say thank you for choosing Ashley Ammons Photography. Seeing Ashley Ammons Photography. And then this is a great thing, enable tipping. So I like to enable tipping at the last payment, not every single payment, because usually the last payment is the payment of the session date. So I like to do it that way. And then you can go ahead and create the template. All right. And so now I have a senior session and a full family session. And then here are the invoice emails. So let's say you can customize it to send an invoice, a reminder for their payments, and then notify a client that a refund has been issued. So you can also add in any other emails that you feel like might be needed for the invoices. So for example, if like a credit card didn't go through, or if you wanted to send a final reminder of a final payment, those emails can be customized as well. Then we have the questionnaire. This is really nice because you guys know I love a good family questionnaire. You can customize it if you want, or if you have purchased my family questionnaire, you can put all of that information right here. I have done that right here. Super easy. It was very quick for me to be able to do all of that. But you can go ahead and click on create a new questionnaire, and then it's all the same things in here as other CRM systems that we've used in the past. So you have the checkboxes, radio button, drop down, long answer, short answer. You can make it required, not required, and you hit done and it'll show up. And then you just hit create template. And then that will be there. So that is my family session template. And then you also, again, can customize all the emails that are associated with the questionnaire. Next, we have project emails. Now, this is the email that's going to be sent after you have done everything in the project that we have talked about. And when we email that project over to our clients, what we want that email to say. So I'm going to show you what mine says. This is not in the family email templates that I have in my shop. I plan on adding it. So if you have purchased it, this will be added. But I just want to show you kind of what it looks like. So again, this is something that is going to be sent to my clients when I have completed their project and that like client portal for them. And this is the email that's going to be sent to share that they have a contract, an invoice, a questionnaire, a session guide, everything that they need is in that page for them. So you can change the title of it. You can say send project, whatever you want the title to be. And then this is where your email is going to be. So this is where you're going to customize it. Make sure it sounds like you. So if you're more formal, obviously be more formal. I like to use a lot of exclamation marks because that's how I talk. That's how I teach. I'm very excited about everything apparently. So I have my subject and then everything that I need for my email. If you want to know how to do like the client first names and stuff, you just go over here to Smart Field and then you can type in anything that you want. If you want to use the first and last name, whatever you want. And then you're going to go ahead and update that. So that is the project email. And then we have our client emails, and these are just any emails that you often send to your clients. So for example, like session guides, or if you send, I don't know, if you send like a pricing guide email to your to your clients often, or anything that you send often to your clients, like every single client, you definitely send this email. That is not in the other templates. This is where you're going to put it. So for example, I have a session guide that I like to send all my clients. So when we click on this, we can customize it and make it very much us. And so again, if you have those email templates that I sell in my shop, you can put that right here. And then I have a link to my session guide. If you are using Canva for your session guide and you've downloaded it, you can also continue to use Canva. And let me see here. Let me see if I can show you guys. Canva should be right up here. There we are. So what we can do, so here's my session guide. So everything that, you want to use. And so if I do share, I can do a template link. Not a template link. We want to do a public view link. I think that's it. Let me see. I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, public view link. And so that way they can kind of scroll through here, okay? So you want to make sure that is in this spot right here. So you're just going to like, let's go and say Ashley Ammons. And then you're going to highlight it and you're going to click this little button and then you're going to put that there, okay? And save it and it's going to create a link for you. All right. All right, and then moving on, those are all. So again, if you want to create a new email, you just click on it and you can do everything and then save it here. All right, so if you go back over to projects and click on Ashley, what's really nice is the fact that we can just do everything from right here. Honestly, I don't really mess with these three too much because I can do everything from right here inside the project to make sure I am doing everything right and everything stays organized. So from here, if I wanted to do my project for myself, I can add my contract and again, start with a template, full session, and we can create the full session and everything pops up right there. And I continue, and we're just going to save it to project. Okay. And then up here, it's going to alert you if something's happening and something's missing or you need something. It's going to tell you right up here, which is really nice. And then I can add the questionnaire, start with the template. I'm going to do my family questionnaire. All right. And then save to project. And so I can have all of this stuff right here, successful. Questionnaire hasn't been filled out. And then I can add my invoice here. I'll do my full family session invoice that we just created. Perfect. And then from here, this is where I can do the payment schedule. And so if I wanted to do, let's say 3 payments, we can go ahead and create dates. So what did I say I don't remember what my project date was, but we want to make sure everything's before that. So we'll do here and then here. And we can do it that way. If you're like, oh no, I only wanted 2 projects, we can delete and it'll automatically split it for you. And then here again is the tipping. We can enable tipping on every single payment or just the last one. Again, save to project. Perfect. And then from here, again, it'll tell you all at the top what's going on. You have 1 unpaid invoice, you have a client signature missing, and you have a questionnaire. And it tells you right here how much of it's been paid. If you want to add project files, any PDFs, this is where you can do your style guide if you want to upload it here. All right, so I'm uploading my family session guide, so I'm just going to name it Family Session Guide, and we're going to upload that. All right, I went ahead and added it in, so I uploaded it. So here's the project files. I've got my session guide here. So this is the whole project. And what I can do is I can go ahead and send that project over to my client. So we can go ahead and send that. And then this is going to pull up that email template, your documents are ready. Remember the project email that we can customize. I'm just going to leave it this way for right now, just because, that's what I want to do right now. So it says, when you send this project, all documents are going to be visible to your client. Any documents later will be immediately accessible for your client. So anything that you upload, anything you update, your client's going to be able to see it. It's really nice because they have like their own little website. So I'm going to show you guys what it's going to look like on that end. So we're going to go ahead and send email. All right, so this is on your client's end. Everything on here is really customizable, which is nice. So I'm going to show you how to customize that here in a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like from the client's point of view. So up here, you have everything that they still need to do. They have their contracts, invoices, and questionnaire. They're able to easily click on this and contact you. They have your project information. So like this is going to be your name and then the date of the session. And then they have any files, so that family session guide, and you can say view file, and it pops right up here for them to be able to look at. And then it has their contract. So if they didn't click it up here, it will be here. So let's say if they've already signed it, their contract will be right here. Their invoice will be right here as well. And same thing with the questionnaire. So it's really nice because it's all in one, which I absolutely love. It is like your client's little website that they can go and figure out everything out. So if they have any questions, if like, how much did I pay or anything, everything's super easy for them to access. I'm going to skip booking for now just because the booking is in a beta launch and this is for mini sessions, and I'm going to do a whole separate video on how I use CloudSpot Studio to book my mini sessions. I think that it would just take way too much time in this video, but just know that they do have a great booking system for mini sessions. I have used others in the past, like my previous CRM system. I absolutely hated the way that they did their mini sessions bookings. It was so chaotic for me. It was honestly, most of the time I ended up using a different CRM system for it just because it was too much and it was very confusing. But CloudSpot Studio has made it so simple. So I'm excited to show you guys that later in another video. I'm also going to go ahead and skip my clients just because it's going to pull up all their email addresses and everything. And I am putting this video on YouTube, so I don't want all of their information out there. But that is where the clients section is, and you can easily access every single one of your clients. So their name and their email, and you can email them and everything. And then we've already gone over the templates, but what I want to go over is settings down here. And this is really cool because this is where you can customize everything, which I love, because if you know me, I love branding and I feel like everything needs to look the same. And so that was something that was really important to me when I had a CRM system, is to make sure it felt like me. It didn't feel like another website and I was just utilizing another website. It really felt like Ashley Ammons Photography. So up here, you can go ahead and customize your signature. That was really difficult for me to do on a computer, but I did it. You can also enter in your favicon. I have not put mine in yet just because I cannot find it on my external hard drive, so I might have to create a new one. And then here we have your personalized contracts. So this is what your contract will look like on their end. You can add in an image if you want. So if you want to use one of theirs, it's just a banner up at the top. I have no image for right now, but you can add in whatever image you want. You can also change the font of everything, which I find really cool. So if you want the heading font, and it'll change on here so you can see what it looks like as well. And then the body font as well, you can change it to whatever you want. Make sure this is easily readable. Don't put your contract in something like this where it's hard to read. Like, this is something that's really important. So make sure that it is something that people are going to be able to read, okay? And then here is what I was talking to you guys about, the buttons and everything. You can change the background color, the accent color, what button, and everything. The button text color, which is really cool too. So I can even change this right there, the color on that font. So that's really nice. And then same thing with your invoice. You can do the same thing. You can add a header to the top if you want. You can change up all of this font. Again, please make sure it is a font that is easily readable, just because you don't want to have like some cursive frilly font and people get confused. You just don't want, you want everything to be nice and neat. And same thing, you can change all of your colors as well. Same thing with the questionnaire. And then this is the mini sessions, which I am going to go over later. But again, it's the same concept. You can change everything. You can change the button color, and then the font. You can change the banner up here. This is your lead form. This is what's going to look like after, I do believe, what it would look like after they have put in all of their information. And then this is where you're going to do your email personalization. This is where you're going to put your logo and enter your logo up here. You can also customize the button colors. And this is how you're able to customize everything. So that is just for your branding. And then again, your client portal, you can change everything here. So remember how I had that wave? This is where I put that in here. You can customize the buttons and everything. You can enter in all the payment information. So when you go to be paid, I have mine connected to Stripe. I do believe that's what you have to use in order to get paid through CloudSpot Studio. So you need to have a Stripe account, and it just integrates right in. It's super easy. Guys, this is coming from someone who is not very good at technology at all. I was able to set it up within minutes. So it's very easy to use, and that way people can pay you and through CloudSpot Studio, and you're not having to like run after people for payments and stuff. And then Stripe will pay you for that once you have everything set up and like link it to your bank account and everything. And then you can also sync your calendar, which is really cool. You can connect it to your Google Calendar, and that way it all pops up on your phone, for people who struggle. And this is why, so you don't ever miss a session, which is really nice. And you can also have configure your calendar, and you can say like, you can show like, hey, I want to know when my mini sessions are, or just my projects. You can like have it so mini sessions don't show, whatever you want in there. Or if you want to just show projects. This is, I think, it's really nice, especially for people who already put it in their calendar. They can just kind of integrate it right away, and they don't have to manually do it. I personally am old school, and I still use a pen and paper for everything. I still have like a little planner that I bring around. So I don't utilize this, but it is nice for people who do utilize their phone. All right, and the last thing that I want to show you guys is after everything is said and done, you've done your session, you have edited, and everything looks absolutely fantastic, okay? This is why I love the fact that I am able to have CloudSpot Studio and my CloudSpot Gallery all in one because I'm able to do things like this. So I can add in a gallery, okay? So let's go ahead and search. We're just going to do Noah. Add gallery. Okay, and so that gallery is on right here so they can see it. And then I'm going to refresh this. And so this is that project page, remember, where I have the contract and everything. Look at this, view gallery, and it takes you right there. And we can all see baby Noah in 3rd grade. Look at this. I have all that information on, but yeah, how nice is that? So that way they can have their gallery right here. So they have all their information that they need right here. Absolutely love CloudSpot Studio, y'all. I have a link for it down below if you are interested in trying it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out or comment. Just let me know. I am happy to answer anything. I am so happy I made the switch. So far, I've been using this for about a month now. It is so nice to be able to have everything in one section, and I am able to cut my monthly expenses, which was huge for me. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. See you guys later. Bye.